President Trump touting a booming economy as his latest executive order aims to train millions for jobs in the American workforce.
And that is not all. A reversal of Obama-era oil regulations now reportedly putting Texas on target to top Iraq and Iran as the world's largest producer. Former Shell Oil Company President John Hofmeister joins us right now to react in a great voice and perspective on this. John, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I mean, the more independent the U.S. can become with oil, the better we will be, right? The better the world will be.
Absolutely. We've been victims of OPEC oil price fluctuation for decades and decades, while at the same time we have not developed our U.S. natural resources to take care of our own opportunities for growth and value creation. I'm on a program and have been since I retired from Shell to try to promote American resources for Americans, because we have it, so why don't we use it, create the jobs here, and don't be victims of the fluctuations that come from OPEC.
John, why, I think is the question, we have become so competitive?
Well, the main reason is we've changed the technology by which we produce oil and gas. It used to be that every well was a unique custom well, just like we used to make cars one at a time. When today we make cars with automated assembly lines with a whole bunch of technology involved, that's what's happened in the oil field. And so we've become so much more productive, especially in shale formations, where we know where the oil is precisely, and so we can develop so much more so quickly. And an oil field, instead of a collection of custom wells, becomes like a factory putting out oil and gas because of the nature of how we produce oil today.
What does it do to impact our standing in the world? Because obviously Russia has a huge leverage in the market, and Europe relies on them in large part because of oil. So the more independent we become, does that give us a much greater strength in foreign policy, for example?
Well, first of all, it would disconnect us from OPEC pricing, so that the cost of energy to Americans would be based upon American production rather than withholding oil like OPEC has done so many times to keep the price up. And as we know, high oil prices makes other consumers have a more difficult time buying everything they need. So if we can keep steady state oil prices, and if we can shift to natural gas fuels, we could say goodbye to OPEC forever. And that would lead to lower prices, sustained value creation, and more American jobs as far into the future as we could see.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good thing. And John, as you were saying when we were talking to you at the break, you say, let the rest of the guys fight it out amongst themselves. We'll just become independent.
That's right.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. John, great to have you on this morning.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Have a great Sunday. All right, coming up the show.